The United States Supreme Court sided with a Biden administration rule heavily regulating so-called ghost guns.
In a decisive 7-2 vote, it determined that the guns, which can be built from a kit and are nearly untraceable, should be regulated by the ATF. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel taking a look now at the impact of that decision. Casey.
Yeah, Steve, Heather, some gun control advocates are certainly. Wednesday's U.S. Supreme Court decision keeps existing rules in place when it comes to the sale of so-called ghost guns and the kits to make them. But the law is not new.
This all goes back to the 1968 Act, which regulates it. And the key phrase here is readily convertible. And back in 1968, we didn't know, obviously, that we would have this problem in 2025.
The High Court's 7-2 decision allows the ATF to keep ghost guns classified as a firearm. And because of that distinction, the products can continue to be regulated under the Federal Gun Control Act, which means manufacturers must print serial numbers on ghost gun parts, as well as perform background checks and age checks to online buyers.
You know, this decision that upholds it is a huge win for communities and their safety, and for the law enforcement that's working to keep them safe.
Supporters of the move argue checks and balances are necessary because ghost guns are virtually untraceable to law enforcement. It's the same type of weapon allegedly used by Luigi Mangione to hunt down and kill United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year in New York City.
But there was a huge wave of ghost guns appearing on our streets, and they were being marketed super heavily to people who could not lawfully buy them.
Jeremy Rosenthal, a North Texas-based trial attorney who has no ties to the case, tells me this ruling, however, does not ban the products altogether.
In this instance, it doesn't deny anybody the right to own one of these types of weapons or a weapon that's readily convertible.
He also predicts President Trump could likely make changes.
The Trump administration has pledged that they're going to review all of these policies anyway, so it could be a very hollow victory for gun control advocates.
And back out here live tonight, I think we got the audio issues cleared up. In 2023, a federal judge right here in Texas ruled that the ATF essentially had rewritten the law without congressional approval, and later the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals largely upheld that ruling. However, today's decision from the Supreme Court overturns those lower court rulings.